down there in the day. And
I don't know. I guess I never went live. Jason just texted me, train freak. It's like, you having issues getting started this morning? I went, no, man, I've been on. I never hit the live button. I just came into this.
oh,
So I just hit the go live button. Oh my God, what a dummy. Huh.
let me turn the speaker off, eh? No wonder I wasn't getting feedback. No wonder everybody's gone quiet. Let's start again.
Oh my God, what a knucklehead. I mean, some guys can, man. They must have just found it somehow. I don't know how they found it, but.
Oh, they've just been chatting in the background amongst themselves.
Oh my God, there's Jason now gonna make fun of me. Dude, I never hit the go live button. I've been talking. We've been arguing. I've been chatting here for half an hour.
Well, there was people in the chat saying, "When do we start?"
Yeah, man.
We already started. Where is everybody?
Yeah, sorry, guys. I'm a knucklehead, man. You knew that.
Yeah,
we're
we
talking about
that.
BD20s and AIU1s and all that shit already.
Oh, that's up my neighborhood.
I know, man. I figured you. Hey, Steve, I've been talking for a half an hour, man. I never hit the go live button. What a knucklehead. Hey, Joe. I even asked Joe Ritter. He said he's working in the background on the layout. I said, "What are you working on, Joe?" Oh,
yeah,
I'm over here saying, "Tell Rick how sorry I am."
With the mouse.
Oh, jeez. I was running a couple minutes late, so I think I just got. I had you add me to chat, but then add me to the stream, but I didn't hit go live. Oh boy. Oh well.
Dave forgot to feed the mouse.
Well, I see some guys over here on the side on the chat, so I figured I was up there.
Dave forgot to feed the mouse, Jason.
Okay. Move the mouse.
Yeah, they're on and off.
We have to move the mouse and hit the go live button. Oh, sorry, guys. Jeez, oh man.
I'll tell you one thing. This road I'm driving on is like really, really bumpy. They need to come fix this highway. It's bad.
Where you at?
I'm out in the middle of BFE.
Yeah.
I gotta go to one of my branches. So
Oh.
Gotta go fix something. Good times.
Are you on a bitumen road or are you on the dirt road?
No, I'm on a paved road.
Seriously?
Seriously, like they need to come and redo it.
What are you on the
It's patched. All they do is come and patch the potholes. And then over time, not just the potholes start to wear back out, but everything around it starts to wear back out.
And everything else underneath it.
Patch on top of patch.
So
patches never last. It's just temporary.
Yeah.
What are you and your buddies working at?
The patches our crew do. We dig out about. We got to do a patch. We normally dig in probably about 3 feet, 4 feet deep. We fill it in with we go 4 feet deep, we fill it up with sand and cement, and if not, we fill it up with bitumen. Of course, bitumen.
Yeah.
There are no smooth roads in our
a lot of, yeah. I used to live around the area that I live in, but I don't know if I can get flipped around in time. I'm actually on 2 and this is the reason on the road.
Your audio sounds like the road you're driving on. It's all broke up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Some of the area I'm at doesn't have the best cell phone signal, so it's probably because I lost.
Yeah, I'm going to drop you out, Jason, just for now. You get better signal, man. Come on back. I didn't
Yeah,
understand a word he said.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
sorry,
essentially,
guys. I forgot to hit the live button. I've been talking to Artie, I guess, by ourselves for half an hour.
yeah. Well,
Let's see.
it sounds like Jason's signal in his areas is nearly as good as his roads.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I don't know. I think Jason's in a bad area. He's not getting a signal or something. He's all breaking up. Yeah, he even said crappy signal. Yeah, so sorry, guys. I've been here. Me and Artie been here hanging out, man. I'm just a big knucklehead. Didn't hit the live button.
No wonder everybody was quiet.
I know. Well, I seen some little bit on the side chats, but nobody was like really adding anything to the stuff we were talking about. And then Jason texted me. I guess.
You're not on tonight.
Just asking me when I'm going live. Am I having issues getting started? Well, good times, man. Good times.
The bring you around. I think what's happened is Jason's probably run out of internet cable. That's
Yeah.
following his car.
Yeah, he didn't pack enough on the reel,
Yeah.
on the cable reel.
They got the extension cord.
It happens. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, no. Yeah, I was trying to save the trip from going up to Sydney, and I just want to get the lighters and whatnot here, so I can start getting everything put together. But it's just the way they send stuff out. They're so slow. If you understand what I mean. I mean, the guy that I've got the cattle yard from, he's the one I normally buy my items from, like your modelling detail stuff. I ordered it. What's today? I ordered on Tuesday, and it arrived first thing this morning. But the guy that I get the NCE stuff here, he's the import and distributor and the warranty person for the NCE. Australia. Now I want to send the AI to him, and hey Lee, they said no, you got to send them back to the factory in the United States. So much for warranty.
It's just a crap world right now, man. Let me tell you.
No, you just
nobody wants to work. Nobody's working anywhere. You go to a place, you can't even get what you need. They have nothing going on.
Look, Dave, I get great support from. There's about 4 of them that I deal with in the United States, and I get great service from them.
Yeah.
You know? But there's only one shop brand here that you sort of like go in there, you know what you want, but I try to sell you something else, and I hate that.
Yeah.
So I said, no. They complain they're not getting any business. Well, how about giving us a service? 2 weeks to wait for a panel that's an hour up the road. You know, overnight or 2 days. I mean, okay, things are busy at the moment with post. 2 nights it should be here.
Yeah. Yeah. It's I just ordered some more like LEDs and that from China. So guy that's supposed to be here till November. But
which ones
the ones I ordered were the bicolored with just the 2 legs. I have the 3 legs, and they seem to be more difficult to wire up than the 2 legs on the LEDs.
Should be.
Well, I mean, you said that you have the ground in the middle there, so.
Yeah. Okay.
But,
how many you need?
I got 100 of them coming. You just gotta wait for them to get here from China.
Are you emailed? They not the guys from China normally throw it on email.
There's I tried to find them where they were like tried to find some that were warehoused in America. I couldn't find what I was looking for. Maybe I just looking in the wrong place, but That's all right. I'm not in a hurry for them. I'm pretty cheap, man. So I'm not in a hurry necessarily to get them. I just, hey Joe.
So I'm just waiting for your cup to arrive, and then I'll be sending your parcel over. If you want, I'll throw the Holly-Bee LEDs over into it too, if you want. Because all my LEDs that I get from China, they all come in by air. They don't come by ship.
Yeah, I mean they probably come by air here too, because it's I ordered them a couple on Tuesday, and it says I should get them between like I don't know October 31st and November 9th or something. They give you that range of dates. So most of the time I get the stuff ahead of time. Usually I get it early, but
Well, they ain't emailed them. I mean, I know that you get 2 of the UPS and 2 FedExes that go out of Sydney and go straight over to China from here before they go back to the mainland in the States.
yeah. It's all right. It's
I
all
thought
good.
I'd pop in here for a second, Dave.
Yeah, Joe.
And Mr. Artie. This is the
Hey,
section
Joe.
I'm working on. That's my interchange track.
Okay.
That's my cheapy little yard tracks. When the chassis system comes around to drop off cars, we'll just come in here on the main, drop cars here, pick cars up from this one, and continue on his merry little way around the track.
Oh, all right. That sounds good.
I just needed
Yeah, I gotta get
someplace
some more
where I
track
could
work
drop
going.
cars off and pick them back up again.
Yeah.
So that's all I've been doing.
Yeah. No, so the section that I'm doing at the moment, the little side track is going to be a passing loop when it goes up on the new section. So it's only dead end for the time being. I might as well show everybody how it's looking, eh? Since someone's mouse went on strike. Just swap the cameras. There we go. That's how it's looking.
I gotta get another camera to set up somewhere around this damn place.
So this is going to
I
be
gotta
the
figure
through
that
line.
out too.
This line here is going to be my main. And this here is going to be the passing loop later on. But at the moment, it's just a storage line, this one. But it's going to be a passing side in there.
Oh,
So-
once you get the addition added and everything, the next module.
Yeah. I was going to put I don't know if we're going to have time, but I'm going to put overhead catenary on it. And but I'll leave that till last. I've got to do the wiring up on that new section now. The pub and buildings are coming tomorrow. They should arrive here tomorrow from Queensland.
Yeah,
From
looks
up
good.
north. And
Steve said, how'd you make the curves?
how did I make the curves? I'll show you how I did the curves. Let me put it back on again. Oh, let me get the plastic. Oh.
Joe, I love looking at this area and your layout, Joe, with the refinery and everything. It's sharp, I like that.
It actually takes up a little more room than what I planned originally, but refineries are kind of spread out, so I guess it came out okay.
No, but it makes sense though, because it's gonna take a lot of room. It's a big plant. It's a major industry, you know. I think it looks great. And I love how you have it all lit up and everything. Hey, Anthony.
Still need a couple more lights on this thing. I think both of the towers got to get a flashing red light on them.
Yeah.
I haven't got either red light yet.
So is that 2 kits,
Yeah,
Joe?
yeah, that's 2 kits.
How hard was that to build, man? I hear people
That
say
is
it's
a pain in the ass.
Yeah,
It'd be
you get that
great.
brass etching railings and stuff.
I've actually built 3 of them because I built one for Jack.
Oh yeah, okay. I remember you said you built one for him.
But the,
Well, you're an expert at it now. I'll send you
well,
the kit when I buy
the,
it.
the problem is you've got to paint everything separate, then
Yeah,
scrape all the paint off of the areas to glue it all together. Because all the platforms and ladders and everything, you got to
yeah,
paint them separate. You can't paint them after it's built.
yeah. That is a pain in the neck. I usually paint everything ahead of time, anyways. But that's the problem. You have to scrape the paint off where you're gonna put the cement.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And you gotta make sure that each of those platforms goes in the exact spot that it's supposed to. Otherwise, your ladders won't line up right.
Oh,
And of course,
I
the
hate that.
directions that Walters gives you, you know what Walters directions are. They're
Yep,
garbage.
I 100% know what there's very minimalist.
Actually, since I've been working here, this is not where this belongs either. That actually belongs over there.
Yeah, I like it. I like the little truck depot there too.
Yeah,
There's the little truck unloading area. Now, did you buy these storage tanks, or did you make them out of PVC, or would you make them out of?
the 2 large ones, those there are Walters kits. The rest of it is all just PVC pipe.
Yeah, they look good though. What'd you do for caps on them?
Just plastic signs.
Just flat roofs on top? Is that
Yep,
what it is?
just flat roofs on the top of the other ones.
Yeah, they look good. You gotta save a few bucks here and there when you can, you know?
It came out decent, I reckon.
I like it for what that's worth. I like it. Let's see Artie was gonna show how he did his curbs.
I was? No. Yeah.
Yeah, you were. I got off.
Okay. Now, what I did for the part of the curve that goes up and down like this, I used evergreen styrene
Yeah.
189 because it roughly gives me the thickness of the curve edging. Right now, it gives it, and then the gutter side, I use a thin strip, 128.
Mhm.
That goes down on the bottom where it catches the water.
Yeah.
And all I did was cut the curves out. I've got the road bed itself is balsa wood that painted over, and it's about 3 millimeters thick. I cut the curves into that, and then with the plastic styrene, I was able to bend the curves, and I was using pins,
Mhm.
glue around the bends, and they used the pins to hold into place. And I suggest to leave it for a couple of days for it to dry.
Yeah.
But you can see it flexes out a fair bit. You get your
Yeah,
curve.
it's pretty bendable.
Yeah.
Well, it looks
And
good. I think it came out looking nice.
yeah, it's coming up all right. And I just got to work out now. I'm using sandpaper for the road surface. Right.
That'll be a nice asphalt.
Oh, it's given a nice finish. The only thing I'm worried about is that it's abrasive. Now I'm going to experiment with some of the sheets. I'm going to try a bit of lacquer or something and spray over the paper to soften up the abrasion of the sandpaper. Because every time I'm going to put something on it, either sandpaper is going to scratch badly, or it's going to scratch detail on whatever I put on the road. So I need to stop that abrasiveness of the sandpaper.
Yeah.
It's something new I'm trying out. I'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
But
I
it's
never
good
used
because
it
I
on
was
the roof. I've used it on like rooftop, building tops and stuff. Like flat roofs, I've used it on that.
yeah.
Sandpaper. But I've heard of a lot of guys using it for asphalt. I heard them use like shingles and stuff like that too, even. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
well,
asphalt shingles.
yeah, yeah. So we don't here. We don't really use it unless we go and do an American style modeling. All our tiles are either tin, corrugated tin, or terracotta roofs.
Yeah.
Tin is actually good, and corrugated roofs are quite easy. Um,
Hey, Anthony,
the other thing,
that kit is a Walters kit, Anthony. That truck unloading kit. Isn't it, Joe?
Yeah, it's a
yeah,
Walters kit. I didn't want to interrupt Artie to answer the question. I was going to wait for Artie to finish. That's another.
He'll never finish. He just keeps talking.
That's another older Walters kit.
You can still get them. I've seen them on eBay and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, it's been around a while.
Yeah. I want to pick one of those up eventually. Steve says, what about like some kind of poly clear over top of that sandpaper?
yeah, that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do because I've got the right texture of the asphalt. Because I do asphalt the hot mix here, deliver the hot mix to the job sites at night, and the texture that I've got is just perfect for what I want on that roadbed there with the heavy traffic, mainly for heavy haulage. But I need to dial that down. But I'm going to try that poly. I've got some stuff here, so I'm going to give it a go. As long as this weather clears up.
Yeah.
We've got another storm. We're still in storm warning until tomorrow lunchtime. Western Sydney was on tornado watch this afternoon, and that's the second time in my lifetime I've ever heard that in Sydney. That's how unsettled our air is. Yeah, I might do another mark call on the weekend because if that parcel arrives tomorrow, I'll I'll be able to show these lasered wooden kits that I've got coming. One's a pub, the hotel, and the other two is a butcher shop and a milk bar, or what we call milk bars, basically a convenience store, corner convenience store and a post office all in one building. It's going to go in that empty section by where the trucks are.
Mm-hmm.
Get a little town scene. So yeah, great. They'll get into it slowly. Hoping to finish it on time. Hey, Wigwag. Morning, chats. Yeah, it is morning. Yeah, it's morning here too. It's 4:30 in the morning.
This is real early in the morning.
Yeah, bright and early. It's amazing how much those oil refineries, how much room they actually take. Doesn't it?
I'm gonna look up that truck kit, that unloading kit. Trying to find the link to it to share it on eBay.
Okay, guys, I'm going back out of here and go back to work.
Okay, Joe. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it.
Well, I'll keep going in the background. I'm just dropping off the screen.
Okay.
Have a good one.
Okay, you too, man. Thanks.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. I was trying to find that thing for Anthony. I found it, but I can't figure out how to bring it up.
Yeah, both Walthers and Kibri do make it. Kibri's one's a little bit different. I know Walthers did one as part of the when they were doing the ethanol train series. They had the kit out, but they have kept it.
Yeah.
Whether they got it in stock or not is another question. They are slowly getting this stock back up again. Because a lot of their stocks have been pretty, been stored for a while. So I've been wanting another the modern greenhouse kit. So I can kit bash this one that I've got here and cut the walls. So you actually I can cut it in to fit in that small section. But it looks like that's not going to happen. And I want to extend one more store so I can fit another big steam engine in it. Kiwi models are not too bad. But I don't like their crane. The only kit I don't like out of the Kibri is the crane ones. The cranes look good. The new cranes are absolutely waffle because you can't get the boom, telescopic booms. You can't get them all the way out. But they need to come up with a heavier hook because the hooks on them are so light. When you do all the rigging, it's so light that the hook actually falls out and the rigging all comes out of place. You find it, Dave?
Yeah, sorry, man. I know I'm quite. I was just trying to share the link, and I'm having a hard time doing that to it. But I'll see if it'll come up there. But who knows? If not, I wrote the number down. See if that link will work. I don't know. The kit is number 933-3169. I don't know if that link will work, but that's the kit number. Sorry, I was just trying to look it up. I mean, I know what kit it is. It's still there. I know it's on eBay a lot, but I think Walther still actually makes it. You can get it at, all your regular places, Yankee Dabbler and Midwest and, Lombard and all those hobby shops. At least here, I don't know about you guys over there. But anyways. Oh, it works. Okay, cool. Yeah, I see it down there, Lee.
It's okay, Dave. How are you?
Hey, what's going on?
Not much. I've not been doing much.
Me either, man. I can't get motivated lately. I got to find a way to get motivated.
I sat in front of the laptop this morning.
Huh?
I thought, I'll do something. I done a video last night. I still haven't edited it. I just can't get the motivation to do anything for some unknown reason.
It's just it's been the weather too that does it.
Yeah, it is. It's getting the dark nights now, so it's boring.
Yeah, I've noticed it too. I mean, obviously it gets dark earlier this time of year, but it's just I'm not ready for it. Not ready for it to start getting cold again.
Yeah. Plus,
someone's been cancelled here.
And go and pick some stuff up, but I can't be bothered going to my model shop. I need to give myself a motivation, but I just haven't got it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been doing a bunch of other tinkering and stuff.
Yeah, and I have. I've been doing train tinkering with. I've been doing some little shunting videos of the last video I'd done. I'd done a little video bringing a train out, run it round, and then I reversed it the train
Well, you're
back
right,
into
Decals.
the shed. I've just been doing little short videos, putting music on, trying to edit my videos with music on, see if that makes a difference. You've got to try everything with your YouTube. You just got to try different things.
Yeah, you do. I'd like to figure out how to actually get like real music on there, not just like some of the YouTube free stuff.
I
You know,
know.
I see guys using like different like regular like artists. You
Yeah,
know,
I know. I've got. I'm waiting to. I'm in the proceed rebranding. I'm gonna put a watermark at the bottom of my videos. I'm starting to do stuff, and I'm in the proceed making a wish list as well.
yeah,
But it's getting the motivation to do stuff. I've been tinkering with little bits of scratch building on the bench, but I need to go to my model shop and go and get me. I need to go and get me Decals kit. I want 2 bridges. I need to get me 2 foot bridges that I need for on my layout for on the train station platform to go from the train station platform over the um, tracks. I've started working out how it's going to go, but it's going to the model shop to go and get it.
yeah. I don't have any model shops around here really, so I have to order all my stuff. So, like I said, I went to that train show was it last weekend? Weekend before last. I can't remember
Yeah.
what.
Well, I've got a
October
train
2nd.
show this weekend. It's only going to have 11 layouts there. It's run by our local train club. I don't know. I may go in and get some footage of it. I may just go just for a nose to see where I can go and see where I can see if I can find anything.
Yeah.
But I can. I've been ordering. I've been ordering stuff offline. I've found it ordering stuff offline's easier. Plus,
Excuse me. You can
working on a
compare.
lot of LED lights at the moment for me. I'm lighting up a building at the moment that's on the workbench. That's on the other workbench because I've extended my workbench, made it bigger. I've got a building. I've just put lights in. I'll get it actually. I ain't got the light. I've just put the wire in it. It's a low relief building, but I've just put lights in it.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
I've
Oh,
just
that's a
wired.
nice
It's only
building.
got little lights in. I've just got to wire them all up. You know the way.
That's a
You know,
background building. Did you buy it that way?
no, I put the lights in. I took the backs off yesterday, and I've just put little Christmas lights in it.
Yeah, but did you buy that as is other than the lights?
No, the lights I've put in. I've took the back off. That was just
No.
bought.
Did you buy the flat?
Yeah, it was actually a flat building like that. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if you scratch built that or bought it. It's a nice
No,
building. I
no,
like
no.
it.
That's not a Metcalf. Quick fix kit. It's one of our other kits we have. Quick fix, but they've stopped doing the quick fix. That was got with this layout when I went and got it from the last owner of it. You can't get them. I was looking online. You can get them, but you'll pay mega money for them because it's the old kits.
What's that, Anthony? What are you in the middle of myself right now? Copy and build structure and more to come. Yeah, these kits are not cheap, man. I feel like the price has gone up on everything. I mean, it has gone up on everything, but man,
It is. My
these guys want a
footbridge.
fortune for this stuff.
Yeah, my footbridge I'm getting is a Decals footbridge, and just for 1 footbridge, and I need 2. It's going to cost me 50 quid for the 2.
Wow.
That's $100, nearly 110 $120 Australian.
Thinking, yeah.
Yeah,
And it's going to be me. To be honest, I'm looking forward to it, but it's going to be my first plastic kit I've ever done.
That's all
Which
I've
one?
done. I've built most of my kits are all walls or skits.
Yeah, the
Plastic
Walters are
kits.
plastic, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I, I know what glue I'm using. I've already thought to the glue. I've been watching videos what a lot of people are using. I know what glue I'm going to use. I'm going to take my time with it. I'm not rushing it. I may even do videos of the stages of building it, but it'll be done in a series of videos.
Yeah. That'd be nice. You should do that if you can.
Yeah,
See,
I'm
I
going
always say
to.
I'm going to turn the camera on every time I'm doing something, but
And I say it, and
it's
then
a
you
pain in the
never do
neck,
it.
man. And you got to edit everything. And
And well, I've
unless
got
you're
my
doing it
GoPro.
live.
I've got a GoPro now as well, so I can get.
So I
A
like this
cab
webcam
ride.
I
I'm
have. I wish I
hoping
could
to
zoom
try
it
and see
in.
if I can do a cab ride, but I haven't tried yet. I need to try and find a flat back truck enough that'll go round the layout, but I don't know if it's going to work if I can run two trains because it may be too wide.
Okay.
But you can only but try. You've got to give things a go, innit?
Yeah.
I've been
Yeah.
watching your
What's the
nice
worst that
updates you've
happen?
been doing. I've been missing you live, so Artie. I seen
What's
your
that,
last.
Lee?
I've been watching your lives. I've been watching them on rerun, but your last mail call was good.
Yeah. What's
Oh,
up with
yeah.
the shirts, Artie? Are you going to
Oh,
offer
just
those?
do some well, this crowd where I'm getting the cups from, they had a special on getting these t-shirts done. So I've got some sample ones. This is the back.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's nice.
That's the back. And that's the front with the light with my
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
YouTube logo on. But where is it?
Yeah.
But I'm not happy with it. Because I didn't match the blue, you know. I didn't match the blue here with the shirt. So you can see the difference in the colour. It looks like a stick-on.
Yeah, it does, doesn't
Where
it?
did it go?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, it looks like just an iron-on stick-on.
Yeah, it does. It doesn't look good, does it?
So what did you
No.
want it to? You wanted it
So
to
I'm going to
blend
be doing
in?
it. Yeah,
You wanted it to just blend in?
but with the other one that I'm getting, they should have come up together. I'm just going to have this on it, the flag on it, on the front and back. And just go with that. No writing, nothing. At least that one can go away with it.
Well, is that an iron-on or is it screen printed?
Yeah, it's screen printed. Well, it looks like it's been ink painted on. It's come up all right. With the flag, it looks all right.
It does look good. That I like it with
the flag,
the
it looks
British
all right.
flag. I like it with all the flags in it. It is good. I've got my
What this one?
Yeah.
That's the best flag here. It's unique.
It's like our flag. We've got our British flag.
Well, if we take the Union Jack out, we'd be right.
What's wrong with the Union? Our British flag.
Hey, we pay for your comfort.
Exactly. I'm actually happy as well now. I've just recently been sorting the loft out, and I've actually found my Canadian flag that I used to have in the loft. So I think that'll be going behind this layout on the wall.
Oh, nice. Oh, hey, Jerry.
I'm getting a couple of the way I have my flag. I'm getting a couple of standard size flags made up
Oh,
with
nice.
proper flag material
Yeah.
in the same diagonal fashion, went with the Australian flag and the American flag on it.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna have the other one the other way around with the American flag on top and the Australian flag on the bottom.
Yeah. I like the idea
So
of that.
basically, hey Jerry.
There's me, Sunbelt.
But that won't be coming until next month because it's getting done. That one's getting done properly.
I've got my merch getting done. I'm going down to get my merch. He's got all the stuff been sent to him. I'll have my merch, and I'll be doing a video once I've got it done.
Yeah. Well, once my hobby shop opens up around the corner here, I think it might be open now. I'm going to go and get some decal paper and make some of those flags up on my own decals and put them on some of my engines.
Oh yeah. I'm actually working with LED lights at the moment for me. I've just shown that building I've just lit up.
David, we've already spoken about lights off camera.
We were, yeah.
Yeah, we were already talking about that.
Yeah,
we wait for you guys to log in.
I'm putting lights in my train shed. I'm in the proceed working on that at the moment. I want to try and get that done and then bring the video out of it when I've wired it up. It's going to light me whole train shed up. It should be like Blackpool illuminations in there.
You gotta have lights. Hey, Gary.
Yeah, you need to have lights. I need to. I thought I was going to have enough street lights for this little town, and I'm going to be. I think just by working it out, I'm going to be too short. So.
Oh, that's not. And you don't want to spread them out because they'll look too spread apart.
No, I want to spread them out.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. I'm going for the typical. I'm going for the typical Australian rural look in the country town. They don't have many street lights.
Yeah, well,
it's the same round
here. The same round here. We don't have many street lights, and even if we've got a load of street lights, they don't have them. They don't all work at the same time, and they never come out to repair them.
What do you do with all the money we're sending is?
Yeah.
Well, here in our area, in the suburbia, every second street pole has got a street light on. They're not bright, but they actually just give enough illumination to be able to see things.
Well, we've got those halogen bulbs, and they're not that bright.
No, they're not meant to be bright. They're not meant to be bright.
No. I don't rate them.
Unless you're in the main town area, there is actually a. I'm going to try to do whether I'll get it done before my surgery or not. I'm going to actually do a series on how they work the street lights out. Your suburban streets have got there's a formula on how they use the street lights at your suburban streets to your main streets. There is actually a formula in the brightness with the is it emitting pollution or something they call it? I can't remember. There is a specific term for it.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I
didn't know there was a difference.
Yeah, there is a difference. There is a difference with the lightness and the brightness. There is actually a formula which most countries work on the same standard, because you have a look when you get away from your suburban street at night and go to your town centre, for example, down the main highway, whatnot, you notice the lights a lot brighter and the brightness spreads out more.
Yeah.
I can't start. I can put my lights in on my street scene, but I can't wire them in. I'm waiting for resistors. I've just ordered a load of resistors.
Oh. I've got some here. Do you want some? I'll pass them down to you. You need to get one of those power boards.
everything don't fit through the computer. I got a load of street lights from Wish. I've got a big box of them. They're not down here. I've found them because I've been rooting through the loft because I've not been up there for months. Because I've been working on this layout. But I went up there and I found stuff I didn't know I had. You know the way you just have stuff hidden. So
I've got to
I need
laugh.
to.
Yeah,
You know,
I
when
got
we
stuff
talk,
I still can't find.
as we just said now, it'd be fun to see how we can fit this into the computer so you can get it. I had an incident with one of my landlords. I was, what was it, about 4 months in the bush, in the outback. No internet, no computers. And when I do get computers, there was no banks. So I wasn't able to pay my rent. Wasn't that I didn't want to pay my rent, I couldn't. We ended up going to court,
Oh yeah.
right? She took me to court to refuse to pay the rent. So here we are in front of the tribunal, in front of the magistrate. And it's like I'm saying to her, look, I'm getting paid cash. I'm not getting paid by bank transfer.
Yeah.
But you can still pay it. And I go, all right. So I've got the rent money, which was all in cash, in court. So this is the money. I go, here's the computer. Here's the cash. Now show me how I can put it in the bank. Just throw it on the table on the front computer. Now, show me how I can put that cash into that computer. And they all sort of like looked at me dumb. They go, what? Show me. If you can show me how to put that money in the computer, I'll walk out right out now. I'll pack up all my stuff and I'll move out. You show me how to put this into the computer.
Yeah.
The cash.
Yeah, exactly.
It took them 15 minutes, even the magistrate took them 15 minutes to try to figure out, and then they like, oh, it can't be done. I go, exactly. But as soon as I was able to get to a bank, the rent was paid. Have a look.
Yeah.
And the judge looked at the man that I was paying and whatnot, and they go, no, you can't evict him. He's not refusing to pay rent, he just can't.
Yeah.
And the problem was she was spending more money than she was getting.
Yeah.
She spent all her husband's inheritance, which was nearly $10 million, in about 6 months.
Wow.
Hey, Mystic.
Hello, Mystic. Job. Another
And then
job.
she was putting everybody's rent up to make up the shortfall.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah. No, I'm just getting by using the old techniques and come up with some new techniques. I mean, I looked at some of these curvatures that the Warfers have got for the towns, and for my because I wanted to make this an Australian town theme on this news section, and to try to figure out the curves, because I've got the B-doubles and the road trains. The curvatures on the American roads are not the same as the curvatures we've got on our country roads here. So I just went and used a cut styrene and made my curves like this.
I like that stuff.
Hey?
It's good to.
It's cheap.
Yeah, it is. I need to go my model shop. I've just messaged my model shop, and he's got new stock in. So I'll be going there tomorrow to go and try and get a load of it. It's ideal for scratch building houses and doing the round stuff. Is ideal for guttering and down pipes.
Well, I used balsa wood and this plastic. Mind you, I had this plastic in. I've got plenty of this.
Yeah, I've got.
The balsa cost me. I mean, even that I had plenty of. The balsa cost me probably about $5.
I won't.
And these are about.
Balsa here is not cheap from my model shop. It's crazy how much balsa wood is. That's why I do a lot of my scratch building. is done out of coffee stirrers.
Yeah.
Yeah. The wood one.
I'll do the framework out of thin balsa wood, but then I'll glue on coffee stirrers to it for the sides, but mark out where the windows are going as I'm gluing them on.
Yeah. The balsa was not that expensive here at the moment.
Oh, it is expensive
Um,
here. Just for an A4 sheet of balsa wood, you're paying about, I'd say, £5.
$10.
£5
Well,
is
what's the average price we pay here?
Yeah.
That's about $10. But what's the quality of it? Is it soft or good quality balsa? What's the quality like on it?
Balsa, but it's not. I don't like building with balsa. I'm not what I'd rather build with me. I've always scratch builded with either the plastic card or me coffee stirrers. It's what we like building with, isn't it?
Well, so the balsa, we got two different balsa woods here. The balsa wood I get from Bunnings, which is like Home Depot. It's reasonably cheap, but it's too soft.
Yeah, that's what the problem is with the one from my model shop. That's £5. It's dead soft and brittle.
But the one from my hobby shop is good quality. Okay, Dave needs to talk.
Hobby shop, it's useless. As you
Yeah,
go
Dave
through it with the knife, it'll split. And even if you've got a brand new blade, it does it.
Yeah.
I don't
Some
know where
guys
you
are
get
asking.
it from, but it happens. It doesn't seem to be decent quality balsa. That's why I like building with the plastic card. But I've started trying to use the shop. You know what they use the shop signs in the States. What you use, I've started finding I can get them. Now I found someone that can get me the old boards, from when they've sold the house. The boards that are
Yeah.
outside the house. I found someone that works for a company that goes around putting them, and he keeps making a couple of them go missing and puts them my way for me scratch building.
Mm.
So there's Wilmer asked, a couple guys asked what I'm working on. I just tinkering around. I bought those green trucks, the undecorated ones, at that train show. So I made up some decals. And hang on, let me open this up. And
I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. Put my decals on there. Painted the tarp, the blue color I use. Painted the hood on that. Added my logo and flag and truck number. Just to kind of do some stuff other than bench work and track laying. And I need to get back to that. So I have a second one. I'm trying to decide on if I want to lay the logos out the same way or on the second trailer, or if I want to do something a little different with that one. But I don't know. We'll see. And it's HO scale, Jerry. Somebody's asking if it's N scale or what. Yeah, I model HO. But I made just one on Microsoft Paint. I was able to figure out how to make up a bunch of decals, different kind of decals. I just kind of eyeballed the sizes, so I don't know if they're actually, HO. This is decal paper, inkjet, clear water slide. I don't know if you can even read that. Water slide decal paper. I wish I could zoom this camera, and I need to find some kind of a webcam or a camera I can use. It's not ridiculously expensive to buy, where I can actually zoom in and out. It'd be so much better for like even these live feeds. But and then I actually, for where I'm doing the Crooked River Co-op, I made for my panel on that same paint this diagram. And this is on photo paper, so I ordered some laminate, 8 by 12 or 8 by 10, whatever the hell this is, and 8 by 11 sheets. I'm going to cut this out, laminate it with that. and all these like dots on there. The black ones are going to be toggles. The red and green are going to be the bi-colored LEDs, and they're going to go right into the box. This is just a mock-up of the box here that I built, and this I didn't want to waste the color printer paper, so I just printed it out in this just to see if it would fit on there right. And I had to move these in some because of the way I built the frame, I wouldn't be able to drill through for the holes, you know, for the toggles and stuff. So I've just been tinkering with stuff like that. It's really slowing down my track laying and building and stuff, but you know, anyways, that's just kind of what I've been working on. Sometimes I just don't feel like working on the layout. I kind of lost a little bit of my momentum there. I was making some really good headway, and I think I got a little burned out, so I'm kind of stepping back a minute. I got a little bit of time I'm coming off from work. I'm hoping to spend, there's like 6 days in a row I'm off, so I'm hoping to really jump in to getting some progress made. I really was hoping by December 1st to have my main line loop in, but we'll see what happens. If it's a fluid deadline. It's not a written in stone deadline. I just kind of would like to get my first level running, you know. Best Buy for the camera. Best Buy the store, or there's a camera on? Somebody mentioned a camera. I don't need anything really fancy, just something I can. I want to get cameras like how you switch back and forth with different cameras. A lot of guys do it. They have other camera angles. I want to figure that out, how to do that.
Well, what I've done is I've actually got the other camera plugged into my USB into this computer.
Yeah.
It's another webcam, and it's actually, if I turn that light off, where you see the light on the other side there, the white one here, I've got the actual webcam on the other side.
Yeah, this concoction of thing here plugs into the USB port, and there's other ports into it.
Yeah,
Wilmer suggested I get that.
Yeah, you can
plug
another
other cameras into that, huh?
You can plug another 3 cameras into that.
Okay, and I just got to run the USB line from the camera to that. So I have to get like extension lines probably.
Yeah, that's what I have to do.
I have to put that in like a central location.
And when I want to switch cameras, you see down on your StreamYard, we got that cam/mic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
On the bottom, you click on that, and then you'll come up with your option or your settings. It's got your camera. When you flick on that, it'll actually show the different cameras that you've got going.
Oh yeah, I just switched over to my webcam actually, for the computer cam. I see. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm playing around with it as we're talking.
Right.
This is just the webcam on the computer. And then this is back to the actual webcam, the C922 Pro Stream.
Yeah, see, I'm talking. Yeah, see, at the moment I'm talking off my laptop, and the other one's my webcam.
Okay. Huh. Learn some new shit every day. Today I learned that you have to hit the live button to go live. And I learned that you can switch cameras. Man, I'm a genius now. Hey,
I told you, you're going to have to feed that mouse.
Yeah, I know. I have a mouse here, too.
Yeah, but see, you didn't feed it, and it went out and strike on you. That's
Wilmer,
why we didn't go live.
I'm asking Wilmer if he has a name or a model number of cameras that he uses that he likes, or anybody for that matter. I ain't looking to spend a fortune, guys. This model layout is going to put me in a poorhouse. Just gotta say, I'm enjoying it, but man, the things that I'm buying to do some of this like the BD20s and all the different components and lights and stuff like that I didn't do on the last layout. You know, I was more worried about track. Yeah, you know, I did add like extra UTP panels and stuff. You said Logitech, okay. That's what this webcam is. Now, can you zoom in and everything in there on your webcam? What's something that I can
On the camera that I've got here, I can't.
I'm not that technical, man. I don't want to be that technical, I don't think. Maybe I do, I don't know. I want to learn stuff. Last time I just kind of did the bare bones because I just came back into it and I just did basically track the NCE SP5 system, added some UTP panels, figured out how to do that stuff. But now I want to, you know, I'm going bigger, trying to get a little more advanced on this build. You know what I mean? So I want to learn things.
You always learn something new every day, Dave. I mean, the camera that I've got, I was hoping was going to be one of those zoom in cameras too, but it's not.
Yeah, I kind of got
I
that.
paid $40 Australian for that camera.
You have to get a zoom webcam. Okay. They do make something like that though.
Yeah, they do. I think the zoom camera, we didn't have any stock. The zoom camera would have cost me $60 Australian, which is roughly about $45 American at the moment. But so you can always
a good one, man. Feel free to throw it up there in the thing. A link to it, man.
But you see what I do, Dave. Like, I'm not, especially now that I'm on restricted income because of my injuries. I mean, I'm still getting me paid, but I'm only getting 85%, so that's pretty big. But all I've been doing is just when I do my wiring, I know what I want, and I prepare it that I can actually add into it. Like when I do my feeds and that, I always put these in and connect my wires onto this. Like particularly that I want my block detection, the BD20s. I just put my red wires onto this. When I get my BD20s, I just unscrew it, take it off, feed it through the BD20 and put it back in again. And the track still works.
Yeah, that's a good idea because the way I've been doing it lately is I kind of been buying stuff as I'm moving down the layout, and it's really slowing my progress down of laying track in it. And it's costing me a fortune because I'm buying all these things as I'm going. I just want to run trains, damn it. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I don't feel like backtracking, but that's a good idea. I don't use those types. I use these other styles. It's basically the same thing, really. Just gotta find it now. Where'd I put them there? Sorry. I mean, they're basically the same thing, but they already have the, well, they don't actually have them already, but they came with them. I think I showed them before. They're terminal strips. They're just they're the more solid looking ones like that. You know.
Yeah.
I guess I don't have to use those. It's basically the same concept though, right?
It's similar, yeah. Similar concept, yeah.
And it came with these little jumpers.
Yeah.
So you don't have to actually use the jumper wire, but that's the same thing as the jumper wire. It is.
Yeah, exactly.
Flat plates.
You know, that's not a bad idea actually. They're pretty good.
But the ones you had showed there probably a heck of a lot cheaper. These weren't terribly expensive, but I don't remember what I paid for them. But
these are pretty common and they're very cheap. I mean, for one of these strips, only cost me $1.50.
Yeah, right? I'm sure these are. I can't remember what I paid for.
And those ones that you got
six
there,
of them in there. I think I paid probably $10 or something.
Well, so those what you got there are not very common here. Like I can go down my electronics shop and just grab a handful of these and I'm set.
Yeah.
You know, and those ones there that you had are not very common yet.
And for those BD20s, you guys get a hold of Jim Tedesco. He makes the little. He could 3D print the little holders for them that they go in. Little holders screw to the bottom of the. I mean, you could get them elsewhere, but he printed me these out. I don't think he charges too much for them. Maybe $0.25 a piece, if that. I don't know. Plus shipping.
I'll have to put an order in with him. Hey, good morning, Missy. Or yeah, it is. I can say good morning too. It is morning here too.
So I was talking with Jim Tedesco, as a matter of fact, because he did a little video on these rail crew switches or turnout controls. Now they're more of a snap control, solenoid or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
It's not the slow motion. But I was looking for something that was very low profile because of that climb area where I have a switch at each end from a passing siding on the climb. And I didn't want something to hang down like that, like a tortoise does. And even with their, what do you call it? Their little contraption, and you could turn them horizontally. I still feel like it drops down too low. These can mount basically on the top. They mount like flat. They're only, so high off the top. You drill a hole, it sits a little bit below, but most of it sits above. And on the climb, I'm not looking to scenic that or anything. And it does have like a switch stand and everything. I'm not going to open the boxes with a bazillion pieces in there, but I think that's going to work out perfectly on my climb. I can just set it right there. You got to mount it. I think it has to be with about an inch away from the turnout points. So I think that's going to work.
Is that a quick solenoid or is it a slow motion?
It is quick. I believe it's a quick snap. You still take the spring out of the picos. This is all written in French. I can't just speak French. What the hell? Low profile, compact design, easy to install. Gives you different targets for the stand. 3 different stands to choose from. Power frogs and contacts the power frogs and signals, control switch. And it gives you the toggle and a fascia plate too.
Okay.
Don't say.
Hey, Mystic.
When I looked at videos, when you hit the toggle, it snaps quick. It's not the slow motion like the tortoise is.
And you're using Pico turnouts, aren't you?
Mine are all Pico. Well, I have a couple Atlas for some of my curved ones. I don't even it up, but there's a switch stand that comes with it. Is that the one in French? I can't read that shit.
Because see, Pico got the slimline point switch motors. It's the coiled ones that you can actually mount on the side of the Pico tracks, like what they had on
well, most of the tortoise because I have them.
Yeah.
You can get some pretty good deals on the tortoise. A lot of guys will sell them used. Sometimes you take a chance on the used ones, but anybody I've dealt with so far that has sold them used, they've been tested, and I've not had any troubles with them. And I always try to buy from people that say, returns and stuff. And I don't know.
Yeah, I've got to get some returns. I want to start gradually getting some more turnouts, tortoise motors too.
Because even on the second level, I'm using 1x2s only, but it still won't hang down past the fascia because I'm going to put a little bit of a fascia. On the second level, I won't put too much hanging down, but it'll still hide enough of the tortoise. It won't be in the way hanging down below the, But on that climb, that's the problem I'm having, that I don't want to have something hanging way down. Let me see if I can turn it so we can see roughly where. You see that where the in that area in there is where the switch is. Right. So I don't want something hanging down, like that. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it'd be hanging the way down. I'm trying to make that as invisible as I can. I don't know how I'm going to hide it exactly, the climb itself, but I don't want something
is that a Pico switch there? Is that a Pico switch there, Dave?
Yeah. Yeah, on both ends of the climb with Picos.
Yeah, well, you can get the slimline Pico point motors. There's 3 wires that plug into the side.
Like the old Atlas snap switches?
Yeah, they actually got ones that actually will slip on the side instead of having to come in from underneath.
Oh,
They've
really?
got these little slim lines. They actually slide into the side.
Pico makes those?
Yes, they do.
Now, is that something you buy like aftermarket, or you buy the switch with it already attached?
No, it's an option. You can buy you have the double cores that go underneath, or you can have that one on the side.
Oh, no shit. I'll have to look into that. Because
Yeah, have a look at
that
it.
might even be better than this even.
Yeah, because you won't see it. You might have to lift the track up though, because it's got like a prong that goes underneath.
Hmm.
And if I remember rightly, I think it had a couple of screws, or it's actually clicked into place. But you need to have the spring in it.
Hit the link. Hit the link. What are you talking about?
I'll see if I can dig it up. I'll see if I can dig it up for you.
We'll make her chat. Yeah, Wilmer said, why don't you install the main so you can run trains as you go? I don't know. That was my plan, and then I got sidetracked with all this, putting in switch motors and all this stuff. So I got myself. That's funny. Marty said he finished his layout as the post-apocalyptic pink foam wasteland. Hey, that works. Let's see, somebody was saying to hit a link. I don't know what you mean, hit the link. You want me to post a link, or you want me to hit the link to go? You're talking about Steve. We have a black screen. Who has a black screen? Jerry says it's separate. Yeah. Stalagmite. That would be stalactite, wouldn't it? I guess you could go with one up and one down. You can meet them. Jerry, I'm gonna have to look into that. Dang it! Use Atlas turnout with the snaps. Hey, Fred. Yeah, I actually was just honestly looking at those online on eBay. Don't know if I'll buy them from there. Sometimes I go to eBay just to pull things up to see. What was that, Artie?
Did it come up there for you? There, see that one there?
Let's see.
Dave.
And that is Pete from Pico.
They're the Pico ones. You see, they just knock them from the side. And they can actually fit on either side. They can either fit on this side, where they normally do, or you can put them on the other side, and they just clip into place.
That's the answer. And it just do you pull the spring out? You leave the spring in? It probably tells you.
No, you leave the spring in it.
You can operate with a DCC device.
And they work pretty good. Yeah, you can plug it in a DC device as well. I've already used them.
Yeah, Anthony, the stalactites hang down, stalagmites push up. The only reason I remember that is I remember mites somebody being mighty and pushing like a chest press. And tights are like, what do you call it? Those acrobatic people that swing from the thing and they wear tights. They swing, at the circus, they swing from the bars.
Trapeze artists.
Yeah, thank you. And that's the only reason I remember that, because they wear tights and they swing from those trapezes and stuff, or whatever the hell they call them. And the mics are like they're strong and you're pushing something up off you. That's how I remembered it as a kid. Yeah, I didn't say I was wrong. Just how I remember.
I've got a very distant cousin that does that. He used to do it until he had a bad fall and busted his back.
Well,
It was
hell,
one of the best.
I might go with that other route there. I'm gonna take a look at those Pico ones because that's gonna even be easier. I don't have to drill any holes in the bent in the climb or anything to go
No,
to put these in. I'll still use these somewhere. And I'm only gonna use those with toggles. I'm not necessarily worried. I'll put it like the LED so I know which way they're.
yeah,
I'll put it on the fascia board. I just put its own separate toggle, maybe on the, I don't know, I'll bring it out to the second level board or something, just put a little toggle there. So I know I could probably even wire those together. So when this one's open, that one's closed or vice versa. So they both work together. Did that on the old layout where I had two tortoises wired together, just with simple toggles. I didn't even use LEDs on them. I was able through a lot of questions with other guys. Because I had a toggle on this side of the peninsula and on that side of the peninsula. And you can either bypass it or you can flip the switch so that it would go up the peninsula and back down. But I wanted to be able to control it. If I was working on this right side of the peninsula, I wanted to be able to flip the switch. I'd have to run all the way around the other side and flip the other switch. I wanted them to work in conjunction. But, no matter what side of this peninsula I was at,
yeah.
I could flip one toggle and control both switches. I'm sure I'm explaining that poorly, but that was the idea.
Mm.
And anyhow, that's what I was able to do. So that's probably what I'll try to do with the climb itself. Just have those two operate separately. I'm not worried about signaling and all that other stuff on those because it's just for the
It's going to
climb.
be out of sight anyway, isn't it?
What's that?
That's going to be out of sight anyway.
That's the idea. You're going to try to hide that as best as possible. I'll have to probably put some removable backdrop or something in case there's a derailment up there. I want to be able to get at it.
Yeah, you're lucky.
As long as I get the second level up and get a backdrop and everything on the second level, it's going to be hidden for the most part. It'd be hard to reach. So
You'll work out a system there. You'll work out which is easy.
With magnets or Velcro or something, I'll be able to remove the backdrop easily. At least in a few spots, maybe not the whole thing, but just for track cleaning, even, track repair.
Yeah, that's it. Track cleaning and derailments.
Ideally, I would have been able to build a helix. I just really didn't have. I didn't want to use the room for a helix. Part of me wishes I would have, but we'll see. We'll see how it all works out. I'm not really running anything up there yet. I've run trains up, I've run trains down to test it, but I can't actually get up and around yet. You know what I mean? So
helix is not bad, but the way I'm seeing a lot of people do it, I'm trying not to be critical.
Yeah.
When I see how they do the helix, the helix really is. The way everyone does it, the track is really going to be hidden all the way along. Why not design a helix in such a way where you can actually see the track, like climbing up, like it's coming up the side of a mountain, because the helix takes up so much space, and if you don't think about how you're going to, you need to expose it. I don't know, I'm like the person I want to see the train running and have the scenery with it.
Yeah.
What? Because they use up so much real estate.
You do.
Like the one in our club.
The helixes I've seen that I like the best are ones like you're talking about, where maybe somebody's building it in. Like I'm not having a mountain railroad. If I was having a mountainous railroad, it'd be a lot easier because you could have it pop in and out of the helix through like a tunnel. You could see it running along like a ridge or something here or there, or build part of it on like a big trestle. I've seen guys do that.
Yeah.
You could really incorporate it and do a lot of cool things, but I wasn't planning on doing anything mountainous. So it was kind of hard to just have a mountain for no reason to build your helix in, so that's why my mind wasn't visualizing it. Ideally, I'd be able to have it in a different room. I don't have the ability to do that at this point in time. There is a little bit of room in the laundry if I could have got the wife to let me use it. She wasn't letting me use it. But even at that, it was only like a 4x4 area, so the helix would have been tight. What are you gonna get, a
That would
24-inch
be tight.
radius, maybe 26 tops? It would work, but
You would have started to get 24 into that.
yeah, 24. Like even if I would have built it, I was thinking about building it like right over here in this area. That I would have got maybe a 5x5 area out of, so I might have been able to go 26. But that's a lot of real estate wasted. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but see, the way you're doing it, the way you're doing it, I'll find that the best way of doing it to go up to another level.
I thought about doing it on the end of the peninsula, but then I lose all that space for industry and switching
Yeah.
opportunities and things like that. I could have done that, but then here again, how am I hiding that? It's just going to be a helix in the middle of the room. It would have looked, in my opinion, wouldn't have looked right.
You
I could
see,
have done it in a corner, but then I lose a whole corner.
so
I don't
with
know. I
mine,
just felt this was the best way for my layout to work because of the space I have and the way the space is set up. So we'll see. I may hate it. Who knows? Hopefully it
see,
works
I
out
want
the
to put
way
another
I'm
level.
hoping it does. I mean, I've
I'm going
run,
to be putting another.
it's 2.5%, I think. That's the way I was trying to build it. I think I got a little off here and there, but I'm
Yeah.
definitely going to have to use multiple locomotives or what do you call it, pushers, helpers, whatever you want to call it. But that's part of the fun, I'll use it.
That's
Pick up
part
a
of
set of
operations, isn't it?
But I've run, the one train video I did, I had 50 hopper cars. I mean, I've run it up that helix because I started here where it was flat. And I had to drag the helix to get all 50 cars past where I was filming on the bridge. So, I mean, I was up around the helix quite a way, or not the helix, the climb quite a ways.
Yeah.
So, I mean, nothing came apart, I mean, so far things have been working fairly smoothly, pretty smoothly, I think. So,
See, I've got it. I'm going up another level. I'm going up one more level on mine. I was going to do 3, but I'm only going to go one more level.
yeah.
But I'm not doing a helix. I'm just going to make it look like she's actually climbing up a mountain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I haven't got much real estate, so I want to expose my trains. So see you later, train. See you, trains,
Yeah.
big. Big
Yeah,
and small.
big and small. Thanks for coming in, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate you stepping in. Cheers.
So I want the trains to actually look like, I want to see the trains. I mean, I'm doing all that so I can actually see my trains run. I don't want to be hidden up in the helix. And if I go by my old bedroom layout, I went up 4, 8, 16 inches high, which is roughly about the height that I've got here, on a 4x8 board. And there was only one section where you couldn't see the tray. Well, it worked out pretty good. But I'm going about 4.5 foot wide by 8 foot long. So
Well, I don't know if Nissy's still in here. I missed this question. Why do we need jumpers on terminal models?
Joe,
It's not a stupid question at all, Nancy or Nissy, because I never knew this answer either until I started getting into this with these terminal blocks. But go ahead and, if you want to throw that out there, explain it.
Yeah, well, the idea behind jumpers, Nissy. Like we'll take this terminal strip here, for example. Right? Now you're gonna have one wire feed coming in here, so that's your say your red wire or your positive feed from your track. And you want to connect all your other power feeds onto here. This wire will go, let me get a wire somewhere.
Listen, each one of those little blocks, each one of those little divisions there in the white, those are all separate from each other. So
Yeah.
they're together across. If he had it there horizontally, so the screws on the top is
Yeah.
attached to the screw on the bottom.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So
you
so
can
this
jump
one here.
from one line to the next to create the connection between those divisions there.
So that's why is my bus wire or going. This is my bus wire, the main feed. I'll connect it onto that. This ain't pretend it's not live, not like what Heath does. Right now,
Hope you're still in here, Missy.
now I want to hook up all my other feeds to go into this wire here. What I do is I make a daisy chain like this, same as those connectors that you had on yours there, Dave. And I connect it onto the bottom, daisy chain them. Like so. I'll just do the two.
What that does is it's connecting each one of those.
It's connecting
look
all
like-
those strips.
It's connecting them to each other.
It's connecting to each
Okay,
other.
see you, Wilmer. Thanks for coming in, buddy.
Okay. So that's your bus wire. Now all your power feed that's coming into the track can go into here, and they automatically connect into your bus wire. Your bus wire is giving the power to all these 1, 2, 3, 4, if you want to do the whole lot. So that's only one terminal block. So you can actually say that's one section. Okay, that's pulled into this. If you pull this wire out, the main bus wire, everything that's hooked up into it will stop working.
Yeah, and you could take that block, that whole long block, and divide that. You could hook your black wire in somewhere, and then daisy chain your black ones.
Yeah, you can do the
You
exact
just can't
same
daisy
thing with
chain
your
the black to the red.
Yeah, you can do exactly the same thing with your black wire. Right, you daisy chain them together. Like what I do with my layout, I try to use them as regional blocks or one region. When I go fault finding, I'll have, say, this on a circuit breaker. If that circuit breaker pops for this one here, I know that one of these terminals here, there's a short in it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's a lot easier to fault find.
Yeah.
Especially like with you, have you got,
Oh, you're welcome.
like, had you got your layout so big there, Dave, it'd be good if you actually got them in regions, like in a section, in case you have, like, say, one section or one division is one of the industrial areas. You put it all on one terminal block. Now, if you have a train derailment or anything going on there, only the circuit breaker on that section is going to go off, and the light will show up and say, "Hey, this is where your short is. Come and have a look."
Yeah.
Instead of
Yeah, I did
scratching
plan on
your
doing
head
that. I
and
gotta
spending
figure it out.
days trying to work out where that power failure is.
Yeah.
And it's cheap.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at getting those ones. I mean, these are nice, the ones I got,
Oh, the ones that
but
you got, they're hardy.
yeah, and yours are doing the same thing. You just gotta run those little jumpers. Well, I would still have to run jumpers on here if they didn't come with those little jumpers built,
Yeah.
not built in, but the little.
Well, the good thing about the one that you got, you don't have to make the jumper wires. You've already got that. It's already got that made up jumper there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make my own.
Right, and that's all you're doing. You're making what this came with. Is all you're doing.
Yeah, that's the only difference.
But it took me. I didn't understand how that all worked until I started researching into it.
Yeah, you can have that whole thing. Yeah, you daisy chain them together, and what you've got there and the black thing there is the same thing. You're daisy chaining them all together.
Yeah.
See, eventually, like even that 4-foot section that I've got behind me, actually now that I'm thinking about it, my current module here, and I'll switch cameras for a minute. If my mouse wakes up. So the section, where my layout is now, the main maintenance depot, that's going to be one region, right? And I don't want to make people dizzy. Now, this crack here, right, is going to eventually curve around up to here. So this is going to be the entrance part. That's going to be one division. The next stage is going to be another division. So now if I have a fault anywhere on the line, I can say, right, okay, the circuit breaker's tripped with this. There's a fault in here somewhere. If there's something goes wrong here, I'll have a circuit breaker saying that there's a fault over here. I'm going to split them up into divisions.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that too. I got to do that. I got to decide where my divisions are going to be.
You're definitely going to have to on your big layout, because something goes wrong, which normally does, you'll be forever trying to fault find where the problem is.
Yeah. I just got to decide on how I'm going to divide it. I got to print out some my layout, what do you want to call it? Drawings of my layout, and label them and keep them somewhere, you know, like so I know where the different blocks are, how they're labeled, so it's all mapped out, and then I can have it. I'm more visual. I like to touch. You know what I mean? More tactile and visual like that than to look at it I'll do it on the computer too if I get the JMRI and stuff hooked up. I'm sure I can divide that up on there too, so I know what's what.
Eventually you'll be able to do it. Yeah.
But in the meantime, I'm going to write things out so I know how to do that when I get to that point. I know what's what and where everything is. Even with these BD20s, I have to do that. Have to label them. I kind of wrote it on the tabletop of what is, what section is what, but I just have to label it out on paper too. So when I eventually cover that with landscape, I'm not going to know what the hell is what,
Well, it's not even that. To say, for example, of what I had to do. Do I ever sleep? Yes, I do. I will be going to sleep very, very short.
I think that's always the question you get. No matter when you're on, everybody wants to know: do you ever sleep?
Well,
he's taking advantage of the time he has off. Eventually, he'll be back to work, and then we'll never see him.
You'll never see me. You'll be wondering where on earth is that Artie. We don't see him anymore. He's still alive.
You remember that guy Artie? What happened to that guy? He had to work overtime and triple time just to make up the lost money he had. Not working.
Yeah. Tonight's been quiet, but I can hear the trucks go past and I'm thinking all the dollars I'm losing. I'm
going to be catching out of here in a minute anyways. It's
I've got to
10:30 where I'm at. I've only been on an hour and a half live, but I've been on 2 hours. Half of that hour was not live. Because if you guys had just joined in late, for a half an hour, it was me and Artie sitting here bullshitting because I forgot to hit the go live button.
So now we've got the golden bullshit going on.
Yeah, that's good stuff too.
The most important key in this thing, and with you, Dave, just pick up an easy system to number your point switches and your tractor detectors. See, what with my point switches, I just go PS, point switch.
Yeah.
Right. I don't get. I worked with started tinkling with JMRI, but in my head, because you haven't a section of JMRI, what do you call that? Okay, I'm going to call that point switch 1.
Yeah.
Point switch 1 will have that address. Well, most of the time, the point switch one, for example, my address to it is accessories 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah, keep it
Crack
simple.
detectors different. Crack detectors, I use TD1, like crack detector 1, which is my turntable. Crack detector 2 is my main line out, which is, I'll just move this. My crack detector 2 is on my main, which goes up by my steam next to my diesel shed. Here, right? I've got the soldering iron in the way. That's TD2. So when I got the JMRI working for my block detector, I was actually put, well, even AIU. I know the number 2 position is crack detector 2. And just go in the sequence and write it down on a piece of paper.
Yeah. Well, it's a notebook that has all my, when I boxed everything up, I did that. I went ahead, wrote down every piece of rolling stock I have, every locomotive I have, and labeled it. These pages are tank cars, this is a scale trains, this is an Ather, and this is whatever. Just because I never cataloged anything. Because when I do get JMRI up and running, I'm going to catalog everything in JMRI, and then I can go ahead and decide where I'm putting things. And if it's on the layout, I know where it's at, and that kind of thing. And I can put it in JMRI because I already wrote it all down. I have to go through boxes now. I have it written out. So I try, and when I get a new piece of rolling stock, I've been going to that notebook and adding it into that notebook. Or if I sell something, I've been, blacking it out and taking it out of the notebook that I sold it or got rid of it or whatever, trying to keep things a little more organized. I learned some things from the old layout, and how I would rather do things. I never did that before. So I was never able to I didn't catalog anything, and when I boxed it all up, I purposely took the time because I had the time to just catalog everything as I was putting it in the box. Because anything I had boxes for, I boxed up. Anything I didn't have the actual box for, I put in some kind of like old blue box or something just so it was boxed up and safe.
Yeah. Yeah, I've done the same thing. Like when after I'd had the surgery on my left hand, but even with my shoulder, I started doing category, recording everything down to what I have.
That's good.
And I'm glad in some ways I'm glad I did, and the other ways I don't.
Yeah.
When you realise, oh, geez, do I have that many engines? Oh, do I really have that many cars?
And that's trueness. Yeah, I've done that because there's been a couple times I bought something that was the same road number or the same item and didn't realize I already had one.
Yeah, I've got probably about 12 cars that's got all the same numbers, but I'll change them some of the other track.
Yeah, I mean,
but I've got them. I've got
the end. It's not the end of the world to change a car number. It's just taking the time to do it, and it's just, but if you can avoid it, then just avoid it,
My biggest issue was when I got back into doing the wiring on this layout, and of course the BD20s were scarce to get a hold of, especially here. And I had to renumber everything, but then I had to get underneath and wire everything up properly when I did get it. And it's like, okay, how did I do this? I knew I wrote my wiring down and the wiring pattern, and I eventually found it. But it made it so much easier to record, okay, this number here is meant for this track here, this number, like the crack detector is meant for that track.
Mm-hmm.
I was able to put them in a sequence and how I got all the wires dropped down. And it's worked out.
I'm just going to take an area. I'm going to start probably over here. It was like the first piece of 20 I put in. I'm going to name it number 1. Maybe number 2, number 3. I might debate, because this has the main line over here and the passing line. So I might do stay on the main line and do 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever.
Yeah.
I'll go passing line, I'll start with 5, 6, 7, or like I do like maybe M1, M2, M3, then I'll do like maybe P1, you know what I mean? Like passing 1, passing 2, passing 3, whatever. I got to decide how I want to label it, but I'm going to label it so I
now you're gonna put
understand
it
it,
correct.
and I'll put
Make
it
it
on
simple.
paper
Make
so
it
I
simple.
understand it.
Yeah.
Huh?
Just
Yeah.
whatever you call it simple. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to get too crazy with it.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna have to call it quits. I don't want to miss the postman tomorrow. It's Friday today. I don't want to miss him because I'm waiting
Steve
for that.
says, hey, Nessie, there's an app from Woodland Scenics that is an inventory program. Cool thing is, it's on my phone, so I can always access it, and it's free. No joke. I'm gonna have to look for that. It's gonna be a pain in the neck to actually transfer everything over, but
Well, I've got everything saved on me. I'm gonna have to print them out on my JMRI list. And it's been actually quite handy just recently because there are some engines that I want to buy.
Mhm.
And I think now, especially when they pop up on eBay, there's a couple of strange electric engines. So now instead of because their numbers are stamped on and painted on, they're not transfers, I'll quickly look at my JMRI to see if I've got the duplicate on it. It's the same number of what I've got already, I won't buy it.
yeah.
Trying to practice self-control. It's hard.
It's hard, man. It's such an addiction. It's crazy. It's like you're almost afraid of missing out if you don't get something, you know. And it's thanks, Lee. I'll
Thanks,
be
Lee.
ending this here pretty soon.
Well, Dave, I'd rather have this addiction than being addicted to drugs and alcohol.
Yeah, me too. They all cost money.
They all cost money. At least at the end of the day, I've got something to show for where I spent my money. So yeah, it might be a bottomless pit, but at least you can have fun. You can have continuous fun with it.
Yeah.
Not going to burn in the air, or it's not going to go down the drain.
You know, and that's just it too. You know, I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do drugs, and that's just personal choice. It's nothing against anybody that drinks or smokes. Everybody live their own life. I ain't trying to tell you what to do. But for me, I don't do those things, so that's money I don't waste on that. I used to smoke. It's been over 20 years ago now, and at that time in the United States, cigarettes were around just hitting $2 a pack. Now they're holy crap. I mean, I don't even know, $7, $8. I don't know what they cost now. Last time I paid attention, they were like $7 a pack, depending what brand you bought.
The last time I was back home there, I was paying $4.50 a packet. Yeah. Here I'm paying about $28 a packet.
Holy shit.
And the worst thing is trying to give it up, and especially when I'm on stress and everything else at the moment, the only thing that's keeping my nerves down. Zoloft ain't helping and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's not really taking that edge off.
You know, and already I quit smoking, I don't know how many damn times before I finally quit. I can't even tell you how I finally did it. Just, thank God. I mean, I did, and I don't know where Dwight is, but he said it's $8 a pack. It sounds like California or New York kind of prices, but
$8, $9 a packet over there, yeah.
$10.
I only buy a pack
when I quit, I was getting coupons from Marlboro, and I smoked Marlboros, and I was getting roughly $20 for a carton, which is 10 packs. Now, like I said, we're going back to 1999 when I quit. So, and I don't fault anybody. I know how hard it is to quit those things. Alcohol, cigarettes, drugs. I don't know drugs, but alcohol I quit. Cigarettes, the food addiction's another one. I mean, I've always battled my weight, and then I truly believe that's an addiction. I mean, people look at that in whatever way they want to, but I look at that as an addiction as well. So it's definitely something that's not easy. It's something that I don't spend my money on food, but I mean, alcohol, drugs, cigarettes, I don't spend my money on that stuff.
I was nearly there.
My wife and I set aside so much money for each other a month to have our little hobbies, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
That's what I use for this. anything extra, is money I've earned working a little side jobs and things like that. Taking extra call for guys. Hey, you take my call, I'll pay a few extra bucks on the side to take it, so I don't have to take it. But that's money that I choose to make, and that's money the wife has agreed to say, okay, you went and earned that extra.
Yeah.
Like for instance, a friend at work will sometimes pay me to take his call if I want it. The money I make from him that he pays me extra, that's train money, like I like to call it. The money I earn if I get called in, that's money that goes to the bills and to the
Yeah.
house. So it's a win-win.
Yeah. I nearly gave up the addiction before my accident last year. Because when we had that lockdown back in, just before we went in a lockdown here, I just got back from the US, and of course, with the American cigarettes, they're not as addictive as the Australian cigarettes are. If that makes sense, please. I don't smoke as many. 19 cents a pack. Geez, them were the days. The year I was born. Yeah. But I do have to give it up. I do have to give it up. I need to do a couple of trips overseas. I mean, about 13, 14 hour flight across the Pacific, that helps a fair bit.
You too, Joe. Take care.
Do a couple more trips and then it takes that edge off the cravings.
Yeah.
Especially when
Well, I just, yeah. I got my ways to get my wife to agree to some things for the train, train stuff too. Those puppy dog eyes, whatever you're talking about in this, I get it. We all have our tricks to get things we want.
Yeah.
But it's just it's a fun hobby. But you can get carried away, and you gotta learn. I have to. I can't speak for you guys. I have to learn to have some restraint on things and prioritize things I need to buy. Unfortunately, you always run into those deals where it's like, oh man, I know what this price normally is for X, Y, or Z. You know what I mean? This freight car. This guy's selling it for this price, brand new in the box, whatever the case may be. It's hard to pass up sometimes because you know what it's going to cost you, and it's something that you want or / need down the road. So you might be buying it and you don't even need it yet. I've been finding I've been doing a lot more of that than I should. But it's something I know I'm going to need to use later, but I don't need it right this minute, kind of thing,
Well, the only thing I've got to do at the moment, I need to get a couple more engines to pair up with the Australian ones that I had, because they used to normally run pairs of quads.
Yeah.
But I'd like to get another pair for them. So, but I had to draw a line there somewhere too. It's like, there's so much out there now. I had to turn around and say, where am I going to model? I had to stay stuck with it, particularly here. Thank God my year in Australia lasts from about mid 60s to mid 80s.
Mm-hmm.
But the colour scheme doesn't really change. Maybe the tone or the striping or whatnot does eventually, but it's all the one colour scheme, so I don't have to worry about it. American stuff is a bit of a headache.
Yeah.
But most of it falls in that period where I can mix and match, say, the Jersey with the CSX, or mix the C&O Jersey with the B&O and whatnot, But it's like, that's it. I'm going to stop and just concentrate on one railway that went through Spartanburg. I can't concentrate on both CSX and Norfolk Southern. I've got to stay on CSX. I'd like to get Norfolk Southern stuff, but I haven't got the space to store it or run it. With the Australian stuff, all I need is some more. I need another 1, 2, 3, 4 bud cars, and that finishes my Southgate daylight set. But I've got all the trains that used to run through here. I've got all the passenger cars for them and sets for them. I've got enough to get me by for now anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, I could do another 2 more sets, but
You know,
I
and
don't know where to put them
Steve
anymore.
made a good point here too. He was saying, I have a whole room full of stuff like that you buy it because you have the money now and you run into a good deal. He said better than not having it when you don't have the money later. And that's something too. I mean,
Yeah.
another 10 years or so, I'm looking to retire, So I'd like to get this thing to a point where, once I get on more of a fixed income and I don't have the ability to make the extra money like I do now, when I'm still working.
Okay, bye, see, we'll see you soon, darling. You need to go and do some real work stuff.
And that's funny because I need to get going too. I'm kind of procrastinating my day away here too. I enjoy this stream, so I don't put in a lot of stuff too early in the morning. Usually on Thursdays, I've been trying to work my schedule more around it, so I have time to enjoy the stream and I have to hurry up and get out. But don't always work that way.
Well,
But it's something to think about too. Like while you're still at a working age and you're still working and you're able to. Like right now, my kids they're grown basically, so I'm not raising young children and I have a lot of expenses that way. As when they're little and they're totally dependent on you.
Yeah.
So I'm at a point now where I have a little bit of extra income to do some things. I'm a little more fortunate than some maybe. The job I work pays halfway decent, so I'm not. I'm not well off by any means, but I'm not in the poorhouse either. This train's layout's slowly getting me there, but when I do get to a point of retirement, is what I'm saying is I won't have the extra money necessarily to do the thing.
You'll learn to economize it. You'll learn to adjust.
Yeah.
To perform the creation that you want. I mean,
crazy.
But me at the moment, my income's, I'm losing approximately $1,400 a week at the moment, right? Which is a lot of money in our terms. I mean, especially over there, $1,400 is a lot of money to lose every week, and that's how much I've been losing since 1st of May. But I had to come down. I had to downsize on a lot of things. I had to restrict myself from buying certain stuff. Okay, I went crazy this time last year, and I'm lucky I did. And it was just one of those things. If I don't get them now, I'm never going to get them because I sell like hotcakes. They'll sell quicker than the donuts with a load of police around at a donut shop.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I did. Okay, they're steaming in boxes, and I let the engines go with it. They're sitting in the box.
Yeah.
When they're ready to come out, I'll bring them out. Retiring, I'm ready. I wish I could retire. I've still got another 10 years worth of work to do. I've got a lot of catching up to do. If things pan out next year, especially with the upcoming court case, I will be able to go over there and probably retire in the next 5 years with the plans that I've got.
That'd be nice. Can I ask Artie, how old are you now?
Hey?
Yeah, how old are you now?
53.
53, okay. I'll be 51 in January. So I'm not too far behind you.
Yeah, I'm 53 now. I've had a lot of ups and downs in my life. I've lost quite a substantial amount of money. I'm not talking about 100,000. I'm talking about millions of dollars.
Yeah.
I just fallen. I got down. Fallen over, brushed myself up, and got up again. But for me to catch up to the work that I've done in my life, and when it hit me pretty bad at 40, well, not even 40, 36, 37 is when you hit me when I had the bad accident. To me to get back on my feet like that, it's going to take me another 30, 40 years, and I'm not going to waste my time here in Australia. Getting back to that stage in 30, 40 years, because I'm never going to get it. It's got way too expensive. The only way I can get on my feet is move over there. I can make it within the next 5 years, and I can retire.
Yeah.
I can have what I had when I was about 28, 29 over in the US in 5 years. If you want to work it, you can get it over there. If you don't, you lose it. Over here at the moment, an average price for a house But the house that I live in now, which is only a 2 small bedroom, how would I call it? You can call it a mill house. It's smaller than a mill house, in the, like in the south, a miner's cottage.
Hmm.
This house and the property, you're looking at $800,000 if you're lucky.
Man, you know, where I live here is $800,000 house here. That's a mansion.
Yeah.
It's a mansion.
An old wooden shack, an old wooden house around the corner, went for sale 3 weeks ago. It's a 3-bedroom house, a wooden house. It went for $975,000.
Now, is that
Sold in a week.
Australian money or is that the United States dollar?
That's just it still works out about 800,000 American dollars.
Yeah. Wow.
Now, for a little bit north of me, like if I go on the other, like my parents where they are, which is 5 minutes away, and that, you're talking in millions.
Yeah, Jesus. Well, they just sent a new tax bill, not bill, but appraisal on my house here. They just appraised it at 152,000 American. You know, I paid like 120 for it, you know, when I bought it. So it's gone up some, you know, but I mean, it's not a huge house. It's like 14, not quite 1,500 square feet, but I mean, you see that. I mean, I'm building a pretty good layout here in the basement. It's not that small. It's a 3-bedroom house. So
In
this area I live, you can get a nice. The area I live here in Cleveland, I mean, you could get a nice house for
you
nice,
may see
good size house,
150,000.
100, 300.
Yeah, 152,000. That's affordable housing.
It's a what?
Really, that's affordable housing. You can afford it. An average person, Joe Blow, as we call it here, can afford it.
Yeah.
Even now, where I'm moving down South Carolina, the 150, 180,000 is an average price, and it's affordable living.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go to California and pay him $2 million for something I can buy here for the same price.
No, I mean that's what I'm saying. The cost of living is going up like crazy here. The inflation is getting out of control already, but that's a whole nother stream. But yeah, I mean, for 200 to 300,000, you could get a really nice house here, brand new builds, you know, in good size, you know, 2,000 square feet, whatever. You know, this was fine for us. Like I said, it's just under 1,500 square feet and 3 bedrooms. Everybody had their own bedrooms, you know. It's not bad. 2 baths, full basement.
But still, a lot of things are
Good shape.
affordable. When you have a look at what we're doing here at the moment, like an average, like I'll go with I'm not a big drinker, but I'll notice the price of the difference with it. Like you stand a bottle of Jim Beam, okay, or Jack Daniels, a bourbon. Over there, the average price is $25 for the bottle, the standard bottle. Over here, we're paying $100.
Wow.
We basically, on the basic wage, that's nearly more than half a day's pay for a bottle of drink.
Everything's going up. It's crazy.
No, it's gone way stupid over here, and it's only because they sold everything out. But we're not going to go into that.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to have to eat the steak. It's getting.
Yeah, I'm going to take off here too. I do appreciate everybody coming in. I really do enjoy doing this on Thursdays. We're getting some good discussions. Most of the time it's train related or something along the train lines. Try to keep it that way.
Yeah. I'm going to try to get the streaming, a bit later over my time here on Sunday, which will be about 9:30, 10 o'clock here. So it's 10, 9, 8, which work out about 7 o'clock your time in the US on Sundays. Yeah, it's Sunday morning your time. Roughly about 7.
That's when you're going to do your stream?
Yeah, I'm getting more views from the US than I am from here. So doing it about 10 o'clock at night here, it's not going to be too much. No problem, Jerry. I'm usually up this time of the night anyway. I'm usually working this time of the night. So Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to get up early and catch you around. It's about 5 o'clock or so for me. You guys are usually already on. So,
Yeah, you guys go back in now at the end of daylight saving, don't you?
yeah, no, November, I think, sometime early November, we click them back.
Yeah, after Halloween, you go back another hour, so that means my 10 o'clock stream will be your 6 o'clock stream.
Yeah.
6 o'clock in the morning. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate it when it's the end of daylight saving over there.
Yeah. I
Are we,
remember
we're
they
in
used to
daylight
do
saving.
that.
All right, guys. Talk to you later. Thanks for having me,
Oh,
Dave.
man, I always enjoy having you on. It's always interesting.
Okay. Yeah.
So, yeah. All right. Well, again, I think I'm going to cut it off here too.
Have a look at
Yeah,
that
get something
soundtrack
fun
video
today.
too. Have a look at
Thanks,
that
Gary.
soundtrack
Thanks,
video.
Steve. Crazy Joe. Thanks for coming in.
Yes, Kerry.
Everybody.
Anyone else? Lee. All right, I'm out.
Okay.
Catch you later.
We'll see you guys. I'm out too. I'm going to actually hit the end broadcast button. All right. Take care, everyone. See you next week, 8:30. I think this Tuesday, for On Track Tuesday, is Robert, Flying Crow. So we will catch you there. All right. Bye for now.